Okay, now today's session is not going for long, only half an hour, because I have some other works. So that's why I will check for the lab setup. Okay, so for the lab setup I already told you to install some requirements, which is VirtualBox, then Genymotion. Okay, uh, yes, Mobaxel, right? Mobaxel. Okay, and you need some Genymotion files. I will send it to you. Okay, I have a requirement files which you need, because right now whenever you set up the Genymotion, they're having some issue with the Xposed framework. They are not actively in some system. Okay, and in some system they easily activated. So for the activation of Xposed framework, they need some requirement. Okay, so I will send you this drive, and here you will see the ARM or OpenGApps or Xposed. Okay, and with SSL pinning or export installer. Okay, all this you will get in this requirement file. So first of all, whenever you install the Genymotion, they ask you for login or create an account. Okay, so I already logged in my Genymotion. Okay, if you didn't log in, so simple click on create an account. They will automatically redirected to your browser, and you have to create your account in Genymotion, then get back to your email. Okay, get back to your application and log in it. Okay, so after the login, you can see here, if I go for the settings, so here I log in with my this temporary mail or a fake mail. Okay, if you want to use, so don't use a personal mail. If you don't want to use the personal mail, just go for the temp mail. Okay, so using the temp mail, you can easily create an account and you can easily log in anytime. Okay, because it's totally paid, but we are using for the personal use. Okay, so you can use a temp mail. Now after that, I already created two Android devices. Okay, but what should you have to do? Just create a lower version of API. Why lower version? Because Xposed framework are not compatible with the higher version of Android. Okay, they're running on 8.1, and if you can see, the every mobile application are compatible with every API level or every Android version. Okay, so there is no issues with the API level or Android version. So first of all, go to the plus sign. Okay, create any devices. Okay, for example, I will create for Motorola Moto X. Okay, click next. Now here choose the Android version 8.1.0. Okay, so you can choose 8.0.0 also, but I have the my flash, okay, which is 8.1 micro x86 version. Okay, so that's why I need this 8.1.0. Okay, and other things will be same. Just hit next. Now processor must be 2. Okay, otherwise if you put the 1, it will be not working. Value must be 2 or 4. Okay, so you, if you want to increase the size of the memory, you can increase it. If you don't want to increase, so remaining same. Okay, I think we don't need more RAMs and all. Then click next. Now after next, just go for the same, don't do anything. Okay, you can use full screen or window. Just go for the window, not do the full screen, because we have to use our burp suit also, right? Click next again, click next. Now here you have to select the bridge. Okay, you have to select the bridge. Now go for the install. Now they are creating the device. Okay, so we have to wait until they create the device. Okay, you can see they created device fastly. Okay, so you can click the start button here. Otherwise, if you want to start, so you can click on the play button, as well as on the 3 dot, quick boot, cold boot, all things are available. You can also edit some configurations, factory reset, each and everything will be given by the Genymotion. Okay, now wait for a while. Now open your Genymotion requirement also. Okay, now first of all, whenever you open your Genymotion, okay, now go for the Open GApps, which is a Google applications. Okay, Google apps, because if you are testing some application which is on the Google, or some application are only support when Google Play services are there, because many application are there who did not support without Google Play service. Okay, if Google Play service will not install in your system, the application will not compatible to run it. They ask you for install a Google Play service, so always go for the OpenGApps and accept it. Now whenever you configure the new things in your Android system, okay, they need to configure in the Android application or your Android the system configuration. Basically whenever I go for the OpenGApp, so I'm doing some configuration, I'm just updating my things, I'm just updating my firmware BIOS on the Android system, so I have to restart. Okay, in fact they also ask me to restart every time, because whenever we are updating any system or anything, we need to restart to implement that in a fresh way. Okay, whenever they start our Android system, they will configure each and everything in a proper manner, otherwise your system will be not running smoothly or having the more errors. Okay, so don't restart later, just click on the restart now. Okay, you can see whenever you restart now, OpenGApps will be open. Right now, if you want to download, you can go for the x86 8.1 and Nano, otherwise Micro. Okay, you can use this, otherwise I will share you the requirement file of the Genymotion requirement. So simply what I am doing here, go for my requirement file. Okay, so this you have to install first. Okay, you have to flash this. Now our emulator is already rooted. Okay, so we don't have to root. Now if you want a root phone, if your company asks you to which root phone you can it means you want, so simply go for the Google, because the latest version of Android are non-rootable, they are very difficult to root that phone. Okay, so go for the Google, go for the TWRP section, they will tell you which version are supportable for the root your mobile phone. Okay, so don't do the mistake, don't buy or purchase the latest phone. Okay, now hit OK here. Now they are flashing your file. Okay, if your file was incorrect, so they will show you the pop-up, it is not flashable, okay, or non-flashable, so you have to choose the another file. I am choosing the Micro right now. Okay, if still it is having some problem, so use a Nano. Now you can see here they sometimes give you some errors of close app and all. Why? Because they are flashing. Okay, so they need some configurations, they are doing some process, so just close it and ignore it. Okay, do not have to panic. Restart now. It will take a time according to your configuration. Now max to max 16 GB RAM is needed, but minimum 8 GB RAM you should have to use. But sometimes 8 GB RAM also giving you some problems, so 16 GB is always better than 8 GB RAM. Okay, because if you're running smoothly your Mobaxler as well as your Genymotion, so it will be the great. Okay, now after installing this flash, simply install your Xposed installer. Now here also I have Xposed zip file. Okay, why I have the Xposed zip file? Because in some of the Genymotion, in some of the system you have made some activation issue. If you can see here, Expose framework is not installed, could not load available zip. Okay, this pop-up will show you, and it will be difficult to active this because in YouTube or in Google there is no clarification to solve this problem. Okay, whenever you go for the download option, if they showing you the download option, so it will be the great, you don't need to flash this zip. Okay, but they don't showing you the proper download option. Okay, so just drag it and drop on the Android section and need to flash another time. Okay, okay, now maybe corrupt. Oh, wait a minute, flashable, do you want to flash it? Yes. Okay, now restart now again. Okay, you have to restart again and again, so it's might be irritating, but it is very important. We restarted our system, and when you go for the Expose framework, they will show you active now status. Okay, see here. Okay, now this pop-up will be give you, but they're having no issues for that because you successfully installed the zip file they need for their configuration. Now after doing this, just go for your SSL unpinning application. Now you can see the module is not active yet. Just click on this pop-up and checkbox is on. Now you can see updated. Now you have to restart again. Okay, so I will restart again the system. Now they don't ask you for pop-up restart now or later. Okay, after doing the SSL pinning, just hit the cross button, okay, to force shutdown or force restart, otherwise they will be not working properly. Okay, now after this you have to set up your burp suite also. Now every time go for your burp suite. Now if you want to access your Android system, the terminal, or you can say the Android system access, so you can go for the adb shell command. Adb is Android debuggable or Android debug bridge. Okay, and adb will help you to connect this Android system. Okay, it means your whole file and controls, okay, like a system control. It's a command line, and you can use your Linux operating system command because the Android is a Linux based or a Debian based. Okay, so all you can see the files using this section. Okay, you are just accessing the Android device using the debuggable shell. Okay, now I'm putting the direct adb shell. Why direct adb shell? Because you connected in the bridge. Okay, if you are not connected in the bridge, so you have to do the adb connect IP address of your system, okay, which is 192.168.1.15, 92.168.1.15. and go for the default port such as 55554444 and hit enter. Okay, after hitting enter, just go for the ADB shell again, then you will connect successfully. Okay, so you can do it, but if you are connected in the bridge, so there is no issue, just go for the ADB shell, they will be connect easily. Okay, now after this you have to connect with your burp suite, right? So my burp suite will be open. So what you have to do, first of all, go to the proxy options. Now 8080 is set for your browser, so you can put any port. Okay, for the all interfaces I'm putting 8081. You have to put 55 or 8082, 8089 depending upon you. Okay, so go for the 8081 for all interface. Now I have config. Okay, you have to communicate with your own system IP address. Okay, so modify this, go to the manual. Now first of all, hold this. Okay, hold this one. Okay, don't click it, just hold it. Okay, when you hold this, modify network will be shown. Click on this, go for the proxy manual, then put here your IP address which is you connected. Okay, you are connected in the wireless, so go for the wireless. If you connected with the Ethernet, go for the Ethernet. Okay, so 192.168.1.12, and here you have to put 8081. Save it. Now after this you have to go for the CA certificate. CA certificate is used for our basically cryptographic, or you can say the crypto analysis method. CA certificate is ensure your communication or a certificate between your burp suite and your Android system. Okay, now you have to download any browser from the Play Store, otherwise I will download my burp suite in Firefox and drag and drop. Okay, you can do anything, because if you want to run a browser, so go for the Play Store, install the Chrome as well, otherwise Brave browser, any light version, because the inbuilt browser are not successfully run and not properly able to communicate. So I will download it. Hit enter. Wait a minute, not www, only the burp. Okay, remove it. Now here you can see CA certificate, just download it. Now after you can download, you can see the DER. Okay, just rename it to CER. Okay, because DER we can use in our browser and CER we are using for our Android system. Okay, because Android system have their own setting. So just do the drag and drop. Here you can see /sdcard/download. Go for the files. Okay, you can see here, just click this and burp, hit OK. You need a lock screen. Okay, lock screen will be needed, so go for the pin 1 2 3 4. Next 1 2 3 4. Okay, done. Now burp is installed. Okay, now if you want to see you successfully capture the packet or not, so I have one vulnerable application. Insecure, not sure which is insecure bank. Wait a minute, I think I deleted it. Yeah, I have to re-download it. You can download from the GitHub. Drag and drop. Now whenever you use the application, okay, if without SSL pinning bypass, okay, this application will work, okay, but still you have to use the SSL pinning. Go for the SSL pinning every time. Click on your application. Here you can see a bypass applied. Then go for the proxy, intercept, open your insecure bank, intercept on, putting any username or password, admin. You can see easily intercepted. Okay, it means our lab are successfully setted. Okay, now we can easily use our proxy as well as the ADB shell. Okay, so this is how you can install the lab. This is you can integrate and do the interception and also connect with your ADB. Okay, so have any doubt in the lab setup?